So it's just cleaning the hole so that it's got something to adhere to.
So in the same way, if you remember the old Play-Doh,
yeah,
you drop that in a sandpit, you'll be able to pick it up again, and all the stuff will be stuck to the bottom. You put our product into there, it would stick to all the loose stuff, and you could pick it straight back up again. So we want it to stick to something solid, so the idea is clear all the loose bits out. There's a few bits on the side there which you can see which are sort of... See that?
Oh.
So you've got to get those out as well. They might end up being twice the size.
Come across the yard.
Right, move back a bit. It's coming.
The whole yard's just patched up, so.
So you got to get the loose out, and then whatever's left, it'll bind to. And obviously stop that getting any deeper and protects the outside as well. So.
Well, I suppose there's no stopping point. It's loose to carry on going.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What you wouldn't do. What you wouldn't do is, for example, if you've got a whole yard area that's completely crazed. So you can see this is pretty bad here. So this is all going to go at some point.
Yeah.
And in this huge area here, you would resurface this.
Yeah.
The poor state actually.
It is. It's delaminated all really badly.
That's why it's sinking. It's laid on top of concrete.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Don't get too carried away.
That's quite soft goods.
You got to get the loose out. You want a permanent job, and because we guarantee the product for 3 years, it's
you want to make sure
it's going to stay there. You know.
Yeah.
One of the problems you've got at this time of year with tarmacking, which obviously ours isn't, is that you can't put tarmac down on anything where the road surface is less than 5 degrees, because it doesn't stick. And you will end up having a similar sort of effect where you've got the tarmac which will just lift off because it's not stuck. So the government have just pumped in several £1 million into the various councils and highways and stuff. So there you go, fix your potholes with that. And they said, but we can't tarmac in the winter. So come March, if they haven't used it by March, they lose it. And of course that's when you can start tarmacking again. So they're all sort of saying it's a big con because they won't be able to spend the money.
I was going to say, they've just done a load of temporary repairs.
Exactly,
just
a big political stunt.
Yeah.
And what they do put down won't last. So the difference is, with our stuff, you can put it down, as long as the temperature is above freezing, you can put it down in any weather. Doesn't matter if it's raining. If you put tarmac down when it's raining, same thing, it won't stick to the surface below it.
So it doesn't make any difference.
But with ours,
that bit of water after we pushed the guy when he came out showed me at Chiltern Hospital.
Yeah.
He's got me to splash the water on after we set up the tarmac to give it that.
Gives it hardens the surface originally.
Yeah,
exactly.
Flicking it on afterwards. Even when it's not hot.
No, that's right. Yeah, we do. The guy showed us to do that, and then just pour whacker paste in it, and then
put like a coin on it.
That's it. See, makes the surface go off very quickly.
Yeah.
That's quite deep there, isn't it?
It's a big hole now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's slightly bigger than it was.
This actually is a good thing because it tells you, sometimes when we give you a quote based on what the pothole is, sometimes if there's a variation slightly, because you've got a visual before and after, you can see that we're not actually taking the mix.
Yeah.
We're
seeing how that one almost doubled in size just on preparation.
Where would the stopping go? This is just too much for a pothole. It needs...
Well, theoretically, there is no stopping point because you can just keep going. What actually limits you is how much product you've got with you in the van.
And more importantly, whether or not the cost of potholing is actually it's going to be more cost effective to do it completely skin with the whole surface.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think. Where the guys, they kept. We've got to start putting the pedestrian crossing back, and and it carried on going because the time it got up here, it'd be flicking it all up.
Exactly. And this will be going. You've probably got, maybe after this winter, you probably have a few more in this. But the big advantage of this is, instead of, if you haven't got the budget to resurface all of this, and not everybody has, I've got £5 to throw at getting that little patch there done. You can get us out and we can sort this out, and it's a couple of £100.
Yeah.
And our bit that we've done is guaranteed for the 3 years. The product that's in it is guaranteed for 3 years. So That'd be brilliant. All this will fall apart. But
You'll just have that nice solid.
Lovely.
But if you've only got a little bit for patching, that's the best thing to do.
So
patch.
Exactly. So at the end of the season, if you've got another 2 little ones that have appeared here,
yeah,
we'll come out and do them. Until you've got enough to get all this area resurfaced, which is, you know, it's going.
Yeah.
But deal with them as early as you possibly can, because otherwise that's when they get larger and that's when your cost goes up.
Yeah.
Who's doing the gritting? Well, I don't know. I think it's self-delivered, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I would definitely say it's not us.
No.
So this product we get in from Germany, and it's you can get it imported from Germany.
Yeah.
So you've got like Heathrow Airport, Gatwick Airport, and they import it from Germany. And they use it on the runways. It's the only product in the whole of Europe that is approved for use on runways.
Blimey.
And they use it on runways because it's more reliable than tarmac. Because you can land a jumbo jet on it as soon as you've done it.
This is not tarmac.
This is not tarmac. It looks like it,
Permafill.
but there's absolutely no other than the stones and the colour.
That's it.
It's a special.
It's black and it's movable.
And actually, it fades sort of a light grey after a couple of months.
Okay. So it matches the road more so.
Yeah, well, generally you're putting it in. The older the tarmac, the greyer, the lighter grey it is. So generally you're putting it into older tarmac because that's where your potholes are.
Yeah.
So in this respect, obviously it'll then blend in a lot better.
And you won't find permafill anywhere else, will you?
You won't find it anywhere else. So as I say, we've got the exclusivity in this country for delivering this service. So.
With the exception of Gatwick Airport and City.
Yeah, but they go to Germany and get it in themselves, so it's a different sort of story. And they're not in any kind of they're not in our industry. They sort of self-deliver their own bit on one single site. So
do you put 2 coats down with 1?
We put as much as you need to. Okay. So the idea is you get it level. Once you've opened a tub, it starts to go off with the moisture in the air. So you've got to charge a part thereof. So in other words, if we use 1 and a teaspoonful from the other, then we've got to charge you 2.
2, yeah. No, it makes sense.
I've got to be honest, it's very rare we can go to a site and do a pothole and go away with anything in a bucket, because usually you can go, well, there's a little bit down there, just put a bit more in there.
Yeah.
Or there's a little bit under the, Andrew's foot there, for example. You just put a little
bit in there just to fill it up.
Yeah, and we'd do that.
Yeah.
So it's not
and the other thing is, what goes down, the other stuff goes away. We take it away, obviously.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Looks like coffee, isn't it? Yeah. Caviar, yeah, very expensive caviar.
Steph, you're a lady of class. Does it taste like caviar?
Lady of class?
Been complimentary.
Yeah, you will get the whacker plate out.
So, what's the compression ratio? So they have to make it fairly humped to allow it to be compressed.
So essentially up to a centimetre, depends how deep it is, but up to about a centimetre in the centre, and then half a centimetre around the edges, and then it'll compact to. It depends on how deep it is.
Yeah.
And what we also do as well, because it's mounded ever so slightly, as you come into the end, you can pinch it in with a whacker plate, so you get a bit more of a blend. I mean, this isn't
the best
surface that you would see that on. But on ones where you've got the sort of large aggregate, sort of 10mm tarmac, then it blends in really nicely to the edges.
Just a shame, really, isn't it? We haven't got a nice area that it'd give it the nice finish.
They're all different. They're all different. So this is a good example as well.
Yeah. Better when
it's like glass. It's ice.
Oh, blimey. Well, that shows a good thing. The ice is sat on the product. Whacker plates, are they your own or are they hired?
We hire them. Always hire them. They have a really tough life, so I mean, there's a couple of teams that have got them, but generally speaking, we hire every time. Okay. They have a tough life. You don't get many hours out of them, and you don't get your value for money on the cost of them. If you think about it, you've got that, and it's just...
Yeah, it's just obviously I asked that question. Is one of our main clients is going to be like hire base, and they'll look. Again, I don't know if you guys have encountered Lincoln yet, but they're the type of places that say, can we have materials and labour only, because they'll provide the kit for you.
Okay. Yeah. To be honest, if that's the case, it's not a problem at all. We can hire them.
No.
I was going to say, they're normally more reliable when you get them from.
No fuel. Go on, tell me this is an ex-HSS one. I'll go and have a go at them. You wouldn't have got a failure like that come off of one of my lines. No way. First time start. No.
We might have to borrow yours. Looks brand new.
Spot on, Sam. Yeah.
So you can see that compact and nice and neatly, like you were saying. Yeah.
Yeah, it has. It's really nice, isn't it?
You can drive an HGV over that now.
That's ready to go.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good, right? Yeah, he's showing you a few good pointers actually. Yeah, he was a nice chap actually. Yeah.
That probably, well, that will, not probably, that will outstand your road. You know, it will last longer.
Right.
That's the only bit you can leave.
Done here. It's one of our oldest sites.
Yeah.
This is
right. Yeah. It's been here since 50s, 60s.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not field based.
Yeah, it was originally Johnson's field base.
It was born with me.
It was Johnson's before, which was a family-owned company, and then it became field based. It was the first field based.
That's why your headquarters are in Oxford.
Yeah, that's why it's always been based around Oxford.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it raining a bit?
It's just starting to, yeah.
Well, at least it's a bit warmer.
Yeah. Definitely.
Relatively.
I think, Chris, you said you can lay it in any condition really, other than going into minus, really, can't you?
Absolutely.
So even if it's pouring a rain.
Yeah. So unlike any other product you can get, tarmac included, you just can't do it.
Just go.
Disappeared. There you go.
And that's it.
Right, now, if you can just find an HGV and get your drive over that.
Do you know what, Chris? Funny enough, I was saying to Phil earlier, I'd done Metro line in Brentford. A week ago.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And a guy came in to fill up the fuel in a big coach that was bigger than a bus, and he asked me, "Is it right to go?" I said, "Be my guest." Look,